And welcome, guys. We're here as promised. It's Wesley So versus Quong Liem. USA's number 2 against Vietnam's number 1, and this is a top elite Grandmaster semifinal here brought to you by Chess24.com. This is Colin Heim, the Virgin Islands virtual instructor of online chess lessons and tutorials. Welcome, guys. So nice for you guys to be here. So far it's 0-0 in the match. This is the first game. Wesley So granted white pieces with first move advantage against Quong Liem. Quong Liem, as we mentioned in the previous video, a very strong Blitz specialist. He is an elite Blitz specialist, and Wesley So actually just mentioned this previously in the intro. Hi guys, this is Colin, USVI Chess. What's going on? How's everybody feeling? You guys want to say hi to me or what? Yeah. You guys want to say what's up? Hey guys, how's it going? Everybody good? Alright, I'll be in charge of commentating the rest of this game. So good for you guys to be here. I'm so excited to commentate here about Wesley So, Grandmaster, USA's number 2 against Quong Liem of Vietnam. So glad for you guys to be here watching this. US Virgin Islands Chess Education and online virtual tutorials and lessons, guys. This is your host, Colin Heim. It's great for you guys to be here watching this. I hope you get a lot out of this. We probably won't be able to watch the whole thing, but let's get right to it, guys. Peace. Go Team USVI. Yeah. Let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. And Wesley So, putting his hands on his head now. Really wondering about this F takes on G5, right? Now fixing his webcam. Trying to get prepared, focused, and concentrated because guess what, guys? Just checking the time there, guys. 2 minutes in. Welcome. Yeah, knight takes e5 for Quong Liem and bishop drops back to d4. Wesley So with white pieces now, conductor of the white pieces now, Grandmaster So. He wants to get a win in this first game, right? It's best of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 games total. If it comes down to the 10th game as an Armageddon match. But first 2, 5.5 points, I believe, will be claimed victor of this match and go on to play the winner of Levon Aronian, Armenia's number 1, versus world champion of chess in all 3-time controls, rapid, blitz, and classical, Sven Ern Magnus Carlsen. And the winner of this match will play the winner of that other semifinal that I just mentioned. So now we see rook takes on d3, guys, and now rook d8's fine. And now back it up with rook hd1. And maybe So has some drawing chances here, guys. Right? Maybe Grandmaster So of the United States of America has a chance at drawing, at least. Here we see knight g6, though. Quong Liem looking to recalibrate the kingside attack, and now So just goes for this exchange now with knight f6, bishop f6, and then rook d3. Right now, just taking that rook exchange, claiming some kind of lift. But what isn't it here for Wesley So, guys? What isn't it here for Grandmaster So? What does he have? Okay, e5. He's got that double pawn structure there on the g file, right? See those double pawns there, guys, on the king side. See on the g file how there's on 4 and 5 there's 2 pawns there in front of one another. Well, there's really not much in it here for white. I mean, good thing Wesley has an extra minute and a half. Look at Quong Liem's clock, guys. He's ticking down to 30 seconds. Rook c6, rook c6. Rook c6 can be met with something like bishop captures and knight captures, and there it is, guys. It just happened. Now rook e5. Rook captures on e5. That's just what happened. The exchange we just mentioned almost happened instantly before our very eyes, as it was said. And Wesley So now really trying to find something. This is just drawing, guys. This isn't winning or losing, by the way, in this rook and 4-pawn endgame. That's 5 pawns for Grandmaster So. But those double pawns on the g file are really going to set him back. Now we see king g7, h3, and now h6. Rook captures. The exchange there now, rook e3. So white's still up a pawn, and now maybe in a better structure. So now maybe white has some winning chances. Wow. So I guess there was no avoiding that capture on h6, and Grandmaster So is now looking into the depths of time and space and thinking to himself, oh gosh, how is this happening? Maybe not how is this happening, but I planned it. Okay, so king c2 now by white, and Team Black plays king to g6, and rook f3, and wow, what are the possibilities here for black now? Okay, black rook d4. Now not allowing the king to go anywhere. King c3, rook e4, that was attacking the rook. 19 seconds versus a minute and 30 seconds. So Grandmaster So is definitely coming out here stronger, guys. Look at the meter there on the left, the engine, right? We see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the engine. Has Grandmaster So winning by 2 points. Excuse me, by 1 point. One and a half full points now after rook e4. King d3. Attacking that rook. And rook e1 now from Quong Liem. Quong Liem looking now for a draw. Now looking for a draw with something like rook a1. Some kind of business is clearing up the king side, but Wesley So says, no, I'm still defending. And goes for king c4 and rook e5. Rook e5 now putting the pressure on b5 square, but a4 takes care of that, and now b6 is coming. And here we go, guys. Now we're talking it out. This is the end of the game. 11 seconds versus 1 whole minute now for Grandmaster Wesley So. And rook d3 was played, and now f6. Still +1 here, Grandmaster So. Up a pawn. And rook e4, checking the king. And Grandmaster So shakes his head, king c3. And is it winning here, guys? What's the first game of this match going to end up to be, guys? What do we think? 8 seconds versus a whole minute. King g5, Quong Liem. Okay, king g6. Rook b5. King c4. Rook takes on h3. Yeah, this should just be drawing now. Because now rook is going to capture on g4, right? Quong Liem will capture on g4. No, he will not. He will look to check first, exchange rooks, or not exchange rooks, rather, right? So now Wesley So is still up a clear pawn in this rook endgame, guys. Wow, what a battle so far in this first game between this matchup between America's #2 Grandmaster Wesley So, Filipino Grandmaster, Filipino-American guys. Here, king captures on f5. You know, Quong Liem just ate up that other pawn, and now, guys, this is drawing. With the a4 pawn now for white, there's no real way to make advantage, even though Grandmaster So has his king all the way at a6. Right, king e6 is coming now for Quong Liem, and king e7, a5. Now the king is being pushed up to a7, making more room for that passed pawn. Maybe the game-winning pawn now. Wesley So hopes this is a game winner for him. Now the rook is taking up the b file, rook b2. Pawn to a6, rook b1. And he's saying it's win or lose, king a8. Rook b2 and pawn a7, rook b1 again. Now the king cannot cross that file. So long as the black rook is placed on the b file here, guys, the strategy is that no matter what happens, Wesley's going to end up losing time on the clock and eventually have to give into a draw. So this is a drawn position. Wesley So is looking up at the sky, knowing that there's really nothing he can do about it, but he knows this is not winning. Something like rook h8, king c7 now, and the black king is going to make his way closer towards the white king, and offering an exchange of rooks, obviously not. Going to c2, rook b1 now, rook c3 by Quong Liem, and king c8 now from Quong Liem after the check. Maybe a perpetual check here, and it's a draw. Yeah, it's just drawn. Perpetual check, and even offering the rook, it doesn't matter because it's still drawn, guys. The king can't move. and there's no extra moves for white. The reason why that, okay guys, this is for beginner introduction. Here guys, listen up. Feel free to rewind the video here for my beginners, right? The reason why that was a draw is because the king could not move, and there were no other moves for white in that position. He could not push a pawn, he could not move his king. That's why Quong Liem gave up his rook for the draw. Here we go, guys. Pretty standard opening here. Looks like a Nimzovich Indian with knight d7 and knight bd2. With that bishop on c5 now, I think black is looking to kind of stir up some trouble. Okay. Knight c4, f6, h4. Pretty standard here by white. h4 now, playing that Alpha Zero. Lila Chesko, the new latest and greatest chess engine there. Artificial intelligence. The top bot on the planet is Alpha Zero Go. You guys can look it up on Wikipedia and learn more about it. But there goes h5, and now queen e7, knight h4. Yeah, white's just really giving into this king side. And bishop e6, rolling his head now, Grandmaster So. Playing knight to e3, bishop d2, now from Wesley So, Grandmaster Wesley So. And, okay, bishop captures e3, now bishop captures e3, or pawn captures e3. You might want to capture with a pawn just to get that rook involved. So, Quong Liem may or may not take with the bishop. Oh, he takes with the bishop. Okay, now queen b4 check. Queen b4 check. Do you push the pawn or do you put up the bishop or the queen? Okay, you put up the queen. Right, so he's offering an exchange of queens. Offering an exchange of queens. Quong Liem denied. And Wesley So just eats up that greedy pawn on b2 and then drops back to a3. Now we see f4 from white after that short castles, guys. Remember we talked for my beginners now, right? For my episode 0 beginners, talked about rook castle kingside. Quong Liem thought that it was best to rook castle kingside in this position in order to get the best advantage against Wesley So with the black pieces. Okay, so the reason why he did that is for very, very technical reasons that we will understand more when we look at more depthy type chess at a super, super high level here, guys. Okay, h6 now. Offering a free pawn, by the way, and the engine loves this for black. Maybe the engine says that if g captures h, as Wesley So just did, guys, g just captured h, and now f captures e. I mean, this is just, the computer is loving it for black. He's saying, no, you got to open g file, and you could relax and sit back and wait till this guy comes at you. Okay, so f takes e, okay, now. Rook hg8, rook hg8, and what? I mean, guys, what do you guys think here? Do you think that Grandmaster So has a chance here? What do you guys think? Do you think that everything that's going on here on the, watch that king side. Watch that king side attack. Right? Do you think black has a chance here? Leave in the comments below, guys, at this point if you think that after this draw that maybe Quong Liem looks a little better with the white pieces, guys. Alright, that's me for now, guys. That's me for now. Back to the action. Back to the action. Wow, knight f5. Knight f5, guys. Knight f5. What do we think about knight f5, guys? Should we take? Should we take with the bishop? Bishop takes f5? Rook takes f5? No. Computer's still loving this, by the way. Engine's saying this is way better. Okay, guys, bishop takes. Here it is. We said it and it happened. Rook takes. We said it happened, right? Whoops. Did we not just say rook takes? Well, it happened. Rook g6 now from black. Quong Liem having to find maybe a way to get his a rook over to f1. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Crazy game, huh? The engine's still loving black now, 1.5 points. Saying 1.5 points positive. Black has a sincere advantage, according to the engine. Bishop b3, b6. slow playing it now, saying, okay, what are you going to do? I have 2 minutes, you have 45 seconds. Rook g5 now, guys, offering exchange of rooks. And if rook takes, bishop takes, and that's exactly what happened. And forcing the rook off of d8. Now rook goes to g8. And c3. c3 now is, okay, knight c5. I was going to say queen c5 check might lead to some real big problems with something like d4, and then it gets really ugly. That's why Grandmaster So noticed that the knight move was superior to checking the king with the black queen. And now we have rook f1 from Quong Liem. And Quong Liem now has to defend. Wow, knight captures on d3. Was that a capture or was that just a free square, guys? I think I just kind of missed that. I think it was a free square. I think. Grandmaster So is thinking, trying so hard. Rook f2. Queen d6. What to do about this knight? Must be defended. Can't lose that knight. Rook h7. Queen g6 now, threatening to take the bishop for free, saying you can take the knight, I'm taking the bishop, and then going for the g2 mate. G2 mate, Quong Liem with 9 seconds now. Wesley So playing very, very fast chess, by the way, with almost 2 minutes on the clock versus 5 seconds for Quong Liem. Wow, now completely winning for black. Okay, yes, knight c3. Queen takes rook on g6. Rook takes g6. Bishop takes b6 now. And, okay, knight check, and Wesley So is saying it's all over here. Takes, now rook takes. Okay, Quong Liem just resigned. Minus 3 pawns. I mean, Wesley So with black there, guys, ended up with 3 extra pawns. Hallelujah. That was just an amazing display of chivalry by Grandmaster Wesley So, conducting the black pieces in that game, coming off of a draw. Let's get right into it here, guys. A normal Italian game. This opening is Italian. Normal Italian game with e5 now looking for the advantage, but d4 now options takes en passant, does not take en passant, bishop e5, and c takes d4 after knight e4. And it's supposed to be a little better for black, but Quong Liem does the right thing and plays bishop b6 like a noble Blitz elite master. And holy shit, they said I didn't know you were at home.
Hi, I just got here.
Oh shit.
How are you?
Good.
Hi, handsome.
Hey, what's up?
I'm gonna take a shower before I hug you.
Okay, that's fine.
That's how gross.
That's fine. I'm just doing a video. I'm so glad you're home.
Your little curls sticking out of your hat.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Everything should
So
be ready.
cute.
Everything should be ready for you. Yeah. All right, more.
So good. The house is good. That's so gross.
Okay, nice.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay, and yeah, so now so looking to get involved here, guys, right? Looking to defend now with something like rook fe1, but it doesn't make too sense given black structure. And you know, when we look at how Grandmaster So, how he conducts, you know, both black and white pieces, we mentioned earlier he's like the tactical master, and there's no real way to distinguish him between Quong Liem at the moment, even though he's up a clear win, so it's not too fashionable to rule him out already. Okay, knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes e4, d takes e4, and bishop e4, and then now there's got to be something here for white. Bishop takes and rook takes. Bishop e6. Yeah. E6. Queen takes or rook takes? I think queen takes is fine. Okay guys, back again. Rook E1, queen F7. Queen F7, queen C3. Wesley so with his hands in his head and not really knowing what to be said of all this. Should just be drawing. After this game, guys, we'll call this a day for now, and then later in the comments we'll go over who won and lost the match. But now, looks pretty drawish. I would say this third game, I would say it looks relatively drawish, yeah. Something like A5. Bishop all the way back to D8. Queen B4. Queen B4. What do we think, guys? Any chance here or just drawing? I'm drawing. Yeah, maybe drawing. Queen E7. Queen F4. Queen F4. Wesley so fixing his camera. Bishop C7 now, just attacking the queen. Queen F5. We're looking to hit like C8 square. We're looking to hit something like the C8 square. No G6, just attacking the queen again. And there's C8 like we mentioned, checking the king. King is forced to move. I don't think Bishop D8 would have been smart to block that check there, and I think that's exactly the reason why Quong Liem went ahead and just pushed now to G7. He takes on A. Queen takes A6. Queen takes A6 and now what? Oh, Bishop E6. Bishop E6 followed maybe by H4, yeah. There's H4. There's H4, there's H4, there's H4, and now what? And now what? And now what is coming next? After H4? Not G4. Maybe king to F1. King to H2. No, not king to H2, king to H1. King to H1. H6. Queen C4. Offering a trade of queens now like Quong Liem. Denied. Queen drops back to E2. King F6. G3. Queen D5. Knight H2. Does this look winning for black, guys? Does it look winning? No, it does not. It shouldn't. The queen drops back to e6. Queen d2, queen c3, queen d5. Oh, this should be very well known now. King f5. Not allowing any sort of involvement. Knight g5. Queen d4. Offering an exchange, but the check looks better for Grandmaster So. Wait, thank you. King back to g4. Now just having to get out of the check. Now queen g2, king g2, guys. Wow, it says it's completely won now for Grandmaster Wesley. So we'll stop it there, guys, at 2.5 and a half. With Grandmaster So up 2 games, we'll get back after this upload and find out who the winner of this match was. Thank you guys so much for watching. That concludes this video. And have a lovely rest of your day, guys, and stay healthy, okay? See you on the other side. I'm gonna fucking...